And we're back for the big part 21 of Obama's now Kanto Region rampage. How many Pokemon are going to get killed in the postgame, I wonder? But with that aside, remember to like and subscribe, everyone, and we're kicking this episode off right away with a rival battle.
And our boy Obama was busy leveling up that stupid Fearow to the rest of the team's level. Not that it will make a difference, because we have 4 flying-type Pokemon on the team now, which is funny, because the first time we played through this game, the same fucking thing happened.
Yo man, cool it with the F-bombs? I don't want to get this video demonetized within the first 30 seconds. Anyway, our boy red-haired rival here, also known as Joe Biden, is challenging us to another battle with his ever-stronger team.
Well, Dragonite has a move to deal with virtually every Pokemon in his team, except that Magmortar, which basically has a move for every Pokemon in our team, believe it or not. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Also, you better teach Earthquake to Steelix Berry.
Charizard can even learn Earthquake, actually, so you could teach it to him too. Although I think it's a physical attack and our Fire Lizard is more special based. In other news, this guy is still weak as ever, and to be honest, I would rate him as one of the worst.
Hey, at least Mount Moon won't be difficult to get through. In this game, they added extra ladders, and I guess between red and blue in this game, the Pokemon construction teams decided it was too difficult for people to get through.
And yup, here is the cracked Magmortar with Thunderbolt 2, apparently. Fearow has Mega Horn now, but it's like the best move I have on it right now. And obviously, it wouldn't do much to this Fire Boy.
This is the situation where you'd want Earthquake on one of our Pokemon, Barry. It would have one-shot this guy easily, but your next best bet is using Steelix and spamming Strength, maybe. Or Iron Tail might do a lot of damage.
Actually, I would have used Dragon Claw, which Charizard had. It probably could have tanked a few Thunderbolts from this guy. And also Steelix is, a steel type, so yeah, sending it out was probably a bad idea.
Holy shit, that was close. There's no way we survived that. But of course, being the superior Pokemon trainer here, your boy Barack Obama would take the W here, boys, am I right, or what?
Keep telling yourself that, buddy. We're on to Meganium now, though, which would obviously die to one flamethrower since it is the worst starter, and no one can tell us otherwise. It's one of the many rare things us 3 agree on in this life.
But his last Pokemon is actually Alakazam. And this guy has worse defenses than Magikarp, I swear. It may have cracked attack stats, but that's the only thing it has going for it. Sabrina needs to pick better aces if she wants to beat us.
Yeah, well, he's a loser as always, and we have more important things to do now, which is battle Misty for the 10th gym badge in Kanto. Misty will also definitely have Pokemon to counter electric types and possibly grass types, so we need to be well prepared.
I'm not really sure what to do here, boys, since usually we'd have to go right to the power station, so maybe I could head to Nugget Bridge first instead, and she'll be waiting there for us. But there's a crap ton of pointless trainer battles there, too.
Yeah, and we get a stupid nugget at the end of it, too, even though we're already rich. I say we ignore all those trainers since we're already super leveled up and head straight to the power station, and then battle Misty.
Agreed, these fools here are worthless. And I don't think we even get the nugget either, Donald. Back in the day, we'd get that little gold stone and then get scammed out of a bicycle by paying $1 billion for one.
Oh my god, who the hell uses a level 53 Oddish at this point in the game, too? And man has the whole evolution squad on his team as well. And the trainers coming up are all kids too, so looks like the next 30 minutes of my life will be a complete waste of time.
Well, I can edit them out, and by the way, this house here is Bill's. And this man always asks us to show him a Pokemon, and I've never known which one it is, so if any of you know, then please leave a comment below, and you will get a Donald-shaped cookie.
You're going to definitely need a better bribe for them than that Donald old boy. But yeah, this guy wants to see a Pokemon with rings on it or something, so let us know which one it could be. You might need to rewind the video to see the clue again.
Good they can do the research, because I haven't got the time for anything right now except this gym battle. Misty was like the Whitney of Kanto for me back in the day. Her Starmie was the most busted thing ever, and by the way, that Pokemon deserves a Mega Evolution.
Cool story, bro. No one cares now. Do us a favor and catch this Sea King without getting it killed, and then we need to head down to the power station and get that machine part as well as a new TM, I think. This guy gives us Charge Beam.
Yoshi King is an awesome water-type Pokemon, and we can use it without having to worry about it having a flying type now, 2 LMAO. But seriously, don't get this thing killed, Barry. We have lost more water-type Pokemon than any other one in this playthrough.
I actually like Sea King a lot, although I've never used one. Goldeen, however, is a pile of hot garbage and should be banished to the distortion world where it will remain for eternity. Its cry in the anime is also extremely disturbing.
Well, here we are in the power plant, and the most ridiculous thing about this whole situation is the fact that a 10-year-old has to be the one to save the whole Kanto region again. I mean, I bet they tried contacting Red, but obviously you can't get any signal at the top of a mountain.
Red probably had enough of people asking him for help, which is why he made a quiet escape to the top of Mount Silver. Either that, or he's depressed and wants to spend his days all alone freezing himself.
I can for sure relate to that last part, Joe, but anyway, it seems some miscreant is hiding in the Cerulean Gym. So this part of the game all seems the same. And then that means after beating Misty, we're going to be heading back to Vermilion to battle Lieutenant Surge.
That's why having Earthquake will be the GOAT savior move for you, Obama. But we have this hooligan to deal with first, and of course it's going to be Team Rocket, because who else could it be? The main issue is how this guy didn't get the memo that they got beaten again.
Well, the reason why is because he's too busy scouting out power stations and then taking random machine parts from them, thinking that's going to help Team Rocket, when in reality, all it would do is slow them down. How's anyone supposed to contact Giovanni without power?
That's a good point, to be honest, but this guy is a joke of a trainer like all the grunts are, especially if he's this slow at realizing what's happened to his entire evil organization. Also, there is that backstory memory we could do later of Silver and Giovanni to Obama.
That requires the DLC, though, basically Donald, and unless you want to use your magic ways to add those in, then I can't be bothered. Plus, I don't think those will even work on this ROM hack anyway, remember.
All right, fair enough, and this guy thinks using nasty plot on us is going to make a big difference, LMAO. And he has a level 60 Crobat too, which would make all of Koga's team look like a pussy team. And even his daughter has better Pokemon.
Okay with that fool finally realizing his group has been zapped for actual good this time. We need to head back to the power plant and then give the machine part back. And also after this part, I think Zapdos will appear at the power plant too.
We can get Articuno and Zapdos at this point, I think, boys. And then Moltres is only available when we get all the Kanto gym badges. And we can even go find Mew in the Viridian Forest as well. Although I don't think I have the patience to find that little pink gremlin.
Catching Mew is going to be a big pain in the ass for sure. Plus, I think it's level 70 in this game, so if you want to deal with him, then maybe wait till Red is beaten. But catching all the legendary Pokemon in this game is going to be one big chore.
Hey, this guy, for some reason, had the goddamn red chain of all items, boys. That thing will allow us to get Dialga, Palkia, and Jartina. I think at the top of some mountain or the Sinjo ruins is where we'd have to go and find them.
Those legendaries could be viable for me to spend some time catching, I think, since they have some of the easiest catch rates out of all the legendaries, which should absolutely not be the case. I remember in Diamond and Pearl, you could catch them in Pokeballs of all things super easily.
Another monologue from Barry, which no one cares about now. Go to the gym and show Misty who the real champion is. And this time, if you get any of our Pokemon taken out, then I'll be taking over forever, and I mean it.
Our team is much stronger than before, so I think he'll be okay, Donald. We have Toxic, so we can just be cheap and Toxic stall all of Misty's Pokemon if we really want to mess around with her LMAO. I think doing that should be the final resort, though.
And we have Rain Dance with Thunder, which is another strat I'll probably end up using. And knowing Misty, she will probably set up a Rain Dance herself or even have a Pokemon with the Drizzle ability. Either way, I am so going to be winning this.
The trainers have decent Pokemon in this gym, though, like Whiscash here. But obviously against Elugia, there will be no losses for us until maybe the gym battle. Luckily for us, Obama hasn't got any legendary Pokemon taken out yet.
Wow, seeing a normal trainer have a Kingdra on here is pretty neat, and it's a higher level one than Claire's. I bet she won't be too happy that her ace is weaker than some random trainers in Kanto. Knowing her, she'd definitely get pissy about that situation.
You say that, but you'd kind of expect the trainers to have decent Pokemon at this point, Joe. Plus, in the Origins anime series, Brock asked Red how many badges he had before they battled so he could scale his Pokemon to Red's current level.
Okay, but I don't think any gym leader expected some random kid who just became champion to then start taking over Kanto with 10 gym badges. If I were them, I'd whip out my level 100 Pokemon at this point, but then again, they must know Obama is playing.
Well, try to avoid the trainers in here if you can, Barry, so you don't gain more experience. I want you to be around the high level 80 area by the time we get to Red, because then that battle will actually be interesting.
I personally would like all my Pokemon to be level 100 when I take Blue on even, let alone Red. At that point, if none of the team is dead, then I might swap the whole team out for legendaries just for fun, if you all let me.
Nope, that won't be happening. You gotta be a man and finish this series without using legendary Pokemon, Barry. Plus, you need to lock in now as the gym battle has started with dear old Misty. I wonder what team she'll have for this battle.
And she's leading off with Parody, which is an awesome Pokemon right off the bat. I think she actually had one of these in the anime too near the end or something, so it's nice to see her use one now. And of course, it has the Drizzle ability too.
Knowing that Starmie she has, then it probably means she's going to be using Thunder herself, since that Pokemon can learn basically all moves for some reason. Starmie is busted and is literally like Dragonite, but as a water-type Pokemon.
Oh, and her second Pokemon is Lapras, and you're going to try to be clever and send out Dragonite, even though she definitely has Blizzard or something, bro. Maybe one Thunder can take it out, but just be careful.
No way this thing has very good special defense stats, so of course it wouldn't one-shot it. And there's also the fact that our Dragonite doesn't have the best special attack stats either, so using a physical attacking move would have been the better option.
Well, of course, she'd also whip out the full restores, but my team is the superior one here. I also saw a post about who the best Pokemon trio is boys, and of course Ash, Misty, and Brock are better than Liko and the two other new ones from Pokemon Horizons.
Pokemon Horizons is a fucking joke, Obama. Everyone is making posts about how the champion, Guido, whatever her name is, lost to Liko when she hasn't even got all her gym badges yet and a fully evolved team. Also the fact that legendary Pokemon in the new series are treated like peasants.
Agreed on the legendary Pokemon part, Donald. But I like how the story isn't only focused on getting gym badges and becoming the champion. But this new series better have more in store for us, because we already all know what's going to happen, whereas with Ash we couldn't really be so sure.
And here comes her ace, guys. I wonder how much hell this Starmie is going to bring me in this battle now. Back in the day, this thing was the bane of my little Charmander, which I never managed to evolve into a Charmeleon, and I also never caught any grass-type Pokemon either.
Well, the rain is still going, so you could use Thunder, but this thing definitely has Thunderbolt, or maybe Thunder even, and of course it's going to have Ice Beam too. I would switch to another Pokemon if I were you, bro.
So your streak of being a dumbass Pokemon trainer started all the way from Red and Blue then, did it, Barry? Well, it doesn't surprise me or anyone. At least this Starmie has weaker defenses than that Lapras, though.
Ice Beam seems to be effective against all the Pokemon, though, so I'm going to be counting on Aeroblast and Psychic to clean up in here now. But talking of Aeroblast, personally, I think Ho-Oh has the better signature move, being Sacred Fire.
And of course, this thing would have a Citrus Berry too. I think you should start equipping items like that to our team as well. Like the leftovers are really useful, and any berries which get rid of status conditions.
What's the point of having a berry like that when we're stocked to the brim with full restores? And you were the one who got them all for him too, Donald. I think we need items like the Mystic Water and Charcoal, as those boost our move powers.
I think that's the best way to go about things as well, Joe. And some of our team already has those equipped too, and yet I've still lost so many Pokemon, so don't know what that's about.
Yeah, for sure you don't know. But well done on taking out our ace Pokemon buddy. That Starmie could have been trouble, but our Lugia is of course the more superior Pokemon. And now Misty here is sending out a Lantern, which is one of the best water Pokemon there is.
This thing has crazy special attack stats, so be careful, Obama. This one might actually be more threatening than Starmie, with it also being an electric-type Pokemon. And on top of that, it might have the Lightning Rod ability too.
All right, this is definitely the one to worry about. And with the rain, that Thunder will have a 100% accuracy bonus too. I seriously need some PP maxes so Aeroblast gets more power points, so by the next episode, Donald, make that happen for me?
This thing is going on a Thunder Rampage, holy hell. But yeah, sure, I'll get you some PP ups and whatever else you need. I was thinking we need them anyway, since all our Pokemon has moves with like 10 power points each anyway.
This Pokemon is a goddamn tank. It has such high special attack and also special defense as well. Even with Luigi barraging it with super powerful moves, we're still struggling. And Obama's the one battling. Personally, I'd have used Toxic on this from the get-go, but that's just me.
Okay, that's 4 down and 2 left to go. Now, her next Pokemon is a Golduck, which is bullshit, because Misty's Psyduck was the cutest little thing ever. And now it's turned into this blue ugly duck, which looks like a human in a furry costume.
Yeah, and it has absolutely garbage defenses to boot, so yeah, there's that. Luckily with the rain and thunder, you managed to one-shot this guy, and with that, we're finally onto our last Pokemon. So far, so good, you haven't lost any Pokemon either.
And we should have seen this coming. It's one of the most questionable Pokemon due to reasons we can't speak of in this video without the whole thing getting demonetized. But anyway, just use Toxic and spam Thunder for the W.
Thunder is all I need for the W, and with that. Misty is beaten, and we now have 10 gym badges, boys. And I knew I'd win this without losing a single Pokemon either, because I'm just so great.
That was all a fluke in my opinion, but well done anyway. And next time we shall be heading south to Vermilion to take on the Lieutenant himself, who has been in Pokemon Wars apparently. Now
Yeah, time to end this episode, so thanks for watching, everyone. Remember to like and subscribe, and if you want early access to our videos, then consider becoming a member of our channel to help support us.
Yeah, and if you do all that, then I promise not to get any Pokemon killed going forward too, so surely that's a brilliant incentive for you all.
Stop bribing the viewers, Barry, with false hope, especially as one as ridiculous as that. But yeah, we will still see you all in part 22, everyone, so have a great week.